I remember thinking back then, the only thing that I'd really have to think about was, this mastectomy.
After she was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 46, Calgarian Brandy Cockerton had a mastectomy and breast reconstruction.
How do you wrap your head around like losing your breast, losing your nipples, losing the whole thing, and then still somehow feeling like a sexual being?
Breast cancer is the most common cancer among women. 1 in 8 will be diagnosed with it in their lifetime. For Brandy, surgery was followed by chemotherapy, which led to a loss of libido when the drugs forced her into menopause. She struggled to cope with all the changes to her body. Kimberly Cullen, a psychologist in Toronto, says Brandy isn't alone among cancer survivors. She says Canada's healthcare system could do better prioritizing sexual health in women with cancer.
A lot of women will report that if the conversations are going on, they do tend to be about reproduction and family planning as opposed to, sexual satisfaction and side effects.
Brandy says she tried her best to prepare herself for the mastectomy, but the side effects of chemo treatment can include damage to peripheral nerves that can result in pain and discomfort.
They talked about like the possible neuropathy on your hands and feet during chemo, but nobody ever talks about like your sexual organs being affected by neuropathy. And so when that started to happen to me, I was so freaked. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Calgary resident Hilary Boswell was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at age 39 and wrestled with some of the side effects of early menopause. But she no longer feels discomfort. In fact, she's grown to appreciate the change. However, she felt her request for a double mastectomy was dismissed by her oncologist, who said he didn't want to remove healthy tissue.
I remember struggling so much with the idea of walking around with only one boob. I thought I knew what I wanted, and I wish I had done it.
Cullen says that with oncologists facing constraints on clinic time, it often falls on nurses or other health professionals to answer questions about breast reconstruction or sexual health. But she says healthcare workers need to be thoughtful about the advice they offer.
And just thinking about the way we are framing or having these discussions, explicitly asking, have you thought about reconstruction or not having reconstruction, just to allow women sort of the permission to even consider for themselves.
She says oncologists need to think about sexual and mental health as part of an overall treatment plan for women with cancer and recognize the potential long-term impact. Alyssa Julie, Global News.